We have a lot of continued flash flooding from places like South and Central Texas, Arkansas and the surrounding states, Southwest, and Southern California. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. It's November 20th, 2025. So starting with South and Central Texas, the Weather Prediction Center has upgraded the risk to a moderate risk for flash flooding. And this is because this place has been seeing consistent heavy rain pretty much throughout the night this morning, and it's going to last throughout the day. But there's going to be a break around 9 p.m. Central Time. And unfortunately, I say a break because there's going to be a resurgence of more heavy rain around 11 to 12 a.m. And so within the next 24 hours, we could see an additional 5 to 6 inches of rainfall. And we could see a similar amount of total rainfall in places like Arkansas and the surrounding states as well. For places like Oklahoma and Arkansas, it's already happening with this heavy consistent rain. So when it's going to end, places like Oklahoma, it's going to end around 2 a.m. the next day. And for Arkansas, 8 to 9 a.m. the next day. And so for the surrounding states, such as Kansas, Missouri, Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, definitely expect some light to moderate rain pretty much throughout the evening and into tonight and into tomorrow. So in addition to all this, we do have a marginal risk or 1 out of 5 for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center, and this includes all hazards with an isolated risk for tornadoes, high wind, and hail. Now to the southwest, including Arizona and New Mexico, but mostly for New Mexico. This is a kind of continuation of yesterday's video, and you guys have already been seeing isolated to scattered heavy rain, and this is pretty much going to continue until about 7 to 8 p.m. Mountain or Pacific time. California, you guys are seeing a low pressure system that's quickly moving downstate, and so from the coastline to the valley, you guys are seeing light to moderate rain. But this rain will be a little bit more heavy by the time it hits about 1 p.m. Pacific time. So places like Santa Barbara, Bakersfield, definitely expect it around then. And this is going to continue traveling downstate. So LA Metro, probably around 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. San Diego, probably around 7 p.m. Pacific time. And by late tonight and overnight, you may still see some isolated heavy rain, but most of that rain is going to be in the border of California and Arizona. And so why this is all happening, we look at 500 millibars of midway to troposphere going back to the southern plains. We have that remnants of that low pressure system that we saw from the Pacific that brought that atmospheric river. And right now, this trough is at its peak, leaning into the east, becoming a negatively tilted trough, which is bringing a lot of things such as vorticity or spin, helping those upward motions, a lot of shear, helping tilting those updrafts and prolonging those storms, and also at the surface, a really strong low pressure system. So at the surface, we have a high pressure somewhere around the southern states and the Gulf, and then the low pressure somewhere around New Mexico, Texas, and Colorado. And so with low pressures being counterclockwise flow, high pressures being clockwise flow, the high pressure is bringing a lot of warm moist air from the Gulf, and the low pressure is pushing that to the east. And so with these two wind flows colliding, we're actually having a lot of surface convergence. Essentially meaning the winds from the high pressure and the low pressure are colliding at the surface, and because we have the ground, they can't go down, so they have to go up, which is going to help with the upward motions. And if we look at a surface map, we can see this too. If we look at these isobars or the lines of constant pressure, we can see it kind of forms a little bit of a sideways trough, and what we know with troughs is pretty much a sign of rotation or spin. And then for California, because this low pressure is pretty much adjacent to the coastline and that counterclockwise flow, it's basically funneling a lot of that moisture from the southern Pacific into the California coast.